Adam Schiff is finally getting what he deserves. And he's going down with a ship by telling more lies.
Adam Schiff has engaged in a sustained pattern of possible mortgage fraud. Adam Schiff said that his primary residence was in Maryland to get a cheaper mortgage and rip off America when he must live in California because he was a congressman from California. Now, the government mortgage company, Fannie Mae, says you're, quote, engaged in a sustained pattern of possible occupancy misrepresentation on several loans. Are these allegations true? How do you respond to them?
They're patently false, and the president knows it. In the housing agency, president's person Pulte knows it. He's essentially doing the president's bidding against me, against Letitia James, against this person on the Federal Reserve. Mortgage is their new weapon to go after their critics.
Isn't that what you
but
did?
I've been very open about my residency, both in California and in Maryland.
You're
with
a
my
crook.
constituents and with the lenders. So there's no there there. But the common denominator is they will manufacture anything to go after their critics. After
like you!
Congress to try to silence them, after John Bolton, after people in the Federal Reserve, after generals, after former presidents. They're investigating Comey and Clapper.
You
the
took
Obamas,
a fake
the
memo
Clintons.
and ran with it.
Basically, it's free reign with a corrupt leadership at the Justice Department.
Isn't that what you did? Adam Schiff is getting everything he deserves, and frankly, he deserves more, folks. Let's not forget who we're talking about here. This is the man who made himself the face of Russiagate. For years, Adam Schiff was on television almost daily, promising that he had more than circumstantial evidence that Trump had colluded with Russia. He never produced any of it. What he did was burn through millions of taxpayer dollars, waste years of America's time, and drag the country through a manufactured crisis that ended up collapsing under its own weight. And when it all fell apart, Democrats doubled down, using the flimsy scraps of that narrative to push a sham impeachment. Schiff was the ringleader of it all. If you want to understand why America feels so divided right now, look no further than this weirdo. Now Schiff is under scrutiny for something else entirely. Allegations of mortgage fraud, questions about whether he misrepresented his residency in order to secure better deals. And what does he do? Exactly what he's always done. Accuses critics of manufacturing evidence. That's rich coming from the guy who built his entire career on manufacturing hoaxes. Schiff cries political persecution, not because he's innocent, but because victimhood is his brand. It's a Democrat brand. It's the same move every time. Flip the script, accuse your accusers of doing what you've been caught doing, and then run into a complicit press corps to launder your talking points as fact. Look, folks, this is bigger than Schiff, though. It reveals something fundamental about our political culture. The Democrats have mastered the art of weaponizing our institutions to shield their allies and themselves and destroy their opponents. Schiff didn't just stumble into this strategy. He just embodied it. He helped craft it. He fed selective leaks to friendly outlets. He framed partisan disputes as existential battles for democracy, and he turned every investigation into a political theater production. The goal was never truth. It was always expansion of Democrat power, and that's the through line of Schiff's entire career: self-enrichment and self-preservation. He hasn't authored landmark legislation that anybody can name. He hasn't delivered meaningful results for his constituents in California's 30th district. That's Hollywood, Glendale, Burbank, and Pasadena. And now a senator to the residents of California. Now, what he has done is promote himself at every opportunity. He represents nobody but Adam Schiff, and he's willing to burn the entire country down to keep himself relevant. Schiff isn't just a partisan hack, folks. He's a symbol of how far our institutions have fallen under Democrat control. He's proof that lies, when repeated by powerful people and echoed by the media, can poison a nation's political culture for years. And that's why, whether it's Russiagate, sham impeachments, or shady mortgages, Schiff deserves every bit of scrutiny he's getting and more. Because until figures like him are held to account, the cycle of deception and division will continue to eat away at America's soul from within.